And hello my lovely phonics group. Now today I managed to go into school, so I have my real flashcards. So now we can do this properly. Remember, when I hold the card here, I want you to look at the grapheme and think in your head. And when I push it forward, I want you to say it out loud. Are you ready? Think. Say. Think. Say. Think. Say. Think. Say. Think. Say. You superstars. Last one. Well done. Okay, so I want you to really speedily, if you can, read these words with the sounds you already know in them. Okay? Let's check them. Camp, walk, book, inside, face. Well done. Now, tricky sounds, I know you know them. You have been practicing them all week, so I want you to just say them if you know them. Your turn first. Cold. You. Beautiful. Were. Parents. Father. Okay, this is the part where you need a pencil and your book, your writing book. I want you to write today's date at the top. That is Thursday, the 21st of January. Pause the video to write the date. Okay, so now it's your turn to write some tricky words. See if you can remember how to spell them correctly. I want you to write Mrs. Mrs. I want you to write were. Little. Little. I want you to write called, like I am called Miss Hemingway. And I want you to write because. So that's Mr. were, little, called, and because. Pause the video. Check that you are happy with the way you've spelt them, and then we can check them together. Okay, you ready? Let's have a look. Did you get them right? I want you to tick the ones that you got right and tweak or change them if you need to change them. So we've got Mrs. Remember, it always has a capital letter. Were, little, called. It's not called, called. And we've learnt this spelling rule, haven't we, this week? And then because. Let's read this sentence together. My parents were called. Many tricky words in that sentence. My parents were called. I wonder why somebody called my parents. Okay. This is, I hope my face isn't in the way of it. Let me just move it up. This is our new spelling rule, the spelling rule that we are going to be learning today. This spelling rule goes like this. When C comes before I or Y or E, so seek, when it comes before I, Y or E, it usually makes the sound S. S. And we call it a soft C because it doesn't make the K, the hard sound K. It's a softer sound S. So the name for this is a soft C. Let's read some words that have the soft C in them. Can you see this K is before I? So it's going to be a soft C. S, I, T, E, city. Again, this soft C because it's before the E. Ice, rice. Now I've put a dash underneath this sound instead of a dot as my sound button because when I look in my sound chart I can see the soft C here, the K making a S sound. It's in the S group, okay? So that's why I did a dash there. Now it's your turn. I want you to read these words here. Pause the video. Read the words one at a time. Okay, let's check you got them right. City, cell, exercise. Can you see the soft C there? Icy, mice, rice, fancy, cycle. Now, I bet you recognise the spellings of some of these words, and it will make much more sense to you now that you've learned about the soft C, won't it? Okay, this is your turn. So I want you to write a sentence. It doesn't have to be rhyming like yesterday, but I want you to write a sentence that has 2 or more of these new words in. So, for example, here we have ice, rice, mice, or city. What could our sentence be? The city was icy. There were mice in the city. The mice were eating rice in the city. Pause the video and have a go. Do it underneath the last bit of phonics that you did in your book. Underneath your tricky words. And now it's time for dictation. I'm going to say a sentence and I want you to write it. Are you ready with your book and pencil? Underneath the last sentence you wrote, with the 2 new words in it, I want you to be ready. Now when we're writing a sentence, we do not forget capital letters or full stops, do we? So I'm going to say a sentence I want you to write, but you are going to have to remember those things, okay? I want you to write, this is an excellent ice lolly. This is an excellent ice lolly. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, you superstars. Let's check if you got it right, shall we? So we're going to do tick or tweak. Tick the words you got right. Tweak, change any words that you need to. Okay? So, did you remember capital letter? Did you remember a full stop? This is an excellent. Excellent is really tricky, isn't it? We've got X, and then this is a soft C, excellent. So I want you to have a look at that word and just double check that you've got all the sounds correctly. Ice lolly, ice with a soft C, lolly with a long L. Next sentence. This is going to be a tricky one. I want you to write, the circus is in the city. The circus is in the city. The circus is in the city. Okay? Pause the video and have a go. You fantastic superstars. Let's check you got it right. Okay. Did you remember a capital letter? The circus. Circus is tricky. We've got the soft C, S, k, or s. The circus is in the city. And full stop. Fantastic. Now it's your turn. You're going to do this activity. It's very similar to the activity from yesterday. So, in the top activity, you are going to add on the sound buttons. You should be getting used to this by now, but I'll explain it. We put a dot under the sounds that have only one letter, and we put a little line under the sounds that have two letters. Now, soft C is a little bit tricky because sometimes when it's CE, it can be a dash. But if you say the next letter, so usually if it's an I, you would say S-I, then it needs a dot. So, for example, R-A-S. I do not pronounce the E. I don't say racer. So it's a line. In this one though, I do pronounce the so that means the soft C only gets a dot. So that's going to be your tricky thing that you're going to have to work out for this activity. And when you've put the number of dots and dashes on, so you put the sound buttons on, you count them all. Don't only count the dots, because the lines need counting as well. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 3. The smiles need counting as well. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And the bottom one, you're going to find the root words by taking off the suffix. So again, if it's S on the end of the word, city, cities, I took off the S, I know that it was actually city, okay? Exercise, exercises, I know the root word is exercise, so I'm putting those words on there. Good luck, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye.